At 2 in the morning, Titanic was still glowing in the darkness. Electric lights burned, crewmen remained at their posts, and passengers moved through corridors that had been quiet only hours before. But beneath their feet, the ship was running out of time.
Keep moving along, please. Straight up to the boat deck.
Just before midnight, Titanic felt like a floating hotel settling down for the night. Stewards finished their final rounds, passengers climbed into bed, and quiet corridors stretched beneath warm electric lights. No one knew how little of this ordinary world remained. At 11:40, something changed. For many passengers, it was not a violent shock, but a strange vibration beneath the floor. Glasses trembled. Sleepers opened their eyes. Doors slowly appeared along the corridors as people began asking the same question. What was that?
Everything appears to be all right, sir. Above, almost nothing seemed wrong. Stand by.
Above, much of Titanic still seemed calm. Below, the story was already different. Water was entering forward spaces while crewmen moved quickly through working passages. Midnight passed beneath electric lights, and the first quiet instructions began to change.
Wake them. Lifebelts on, please.
Then came the knocks. Cabin after cabin opened to stewards, telling passengers to dress warmly, put on lifebelts, and move upward. Some were confused. Some were still half asleep. Across Titanic, an ordinary night was becoming an evacuation, one doorway at a time.
Did you feel that?
They said it's just a precaution, but we should hurry. Leave it. Take only what you need. But hundreds were still below. Up! Everyone up! Stay together. Stay together.
Families left their cabins and entered unfamiliar passages, following stewards towards staircases and colder air above. Behind them remained shoes, luggage, toys, and unfinished work. Ahead, an open deck door would finally reveal that this was no routine precaution.
More cabins below.
Go with your mother. Now the emergency could no longer be hidden.
By 1 in the morning, 2 Titanics seemed to exist at once. On the boat deck, lifeboats were being lowered into the darkness. Inside, electric lights still illuminated elegant rooms and corridors. Far below, crewmen continued working to keep the ship alive.
His work was not finished. Keep moving upward. Deep below, another battle was still being fought.
The change was becoming impossible to ignore. Floors no longer felt level. Unsecured objects began moving on their own, and water reached passages that had been dry earlier. For the stewards still searching the ship, every staircase upward was becoming more important.
Come with me, sir.
The cabins were almost empty now, but they still looked inhabited. Warm beds remained unmade, shoes waited beside bunks. Clocks continued ticking beside belongings their owners had left behind. Titanic had become a collection of ordinary rooms, suddenly abandoned in the night.
Everything ordinary had been abandoned.
Not that way. Follow me.
At 2 o'clock, the Titanic of 11:30 was gone. Many lifeboat stations stood empty. The deck angle was becoming harder to ignore, and those still aboard faced a very different ship. Yet through open doors behind them, the electric lights were still burning.
At 2 a.m., sleep was no longer part of Titanic. The lights made it look alive.
Only 20 minutes remained. Inside, the last searchers moved through tilted corridors as water advanced into lower spaces. Doors stood open, and forgotten objects shifted with the deck. The lights still made Titanic look alive, but the ordinary night had already ended forever.
Anyone here?
The ordinary night was gone. At 2:20, Titanic's night ended forever.